Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's really good to have you here. It's been quite a while since I last posted a video on this channel. I've been quite busy with work and life in general. In this video I just wanted to go through some of the tarot decks that I've been working on, and I'll just show some of them here. And also I have a whole lot of decks coming in the mail in the next 1 or 2 weeks time, so I can post some updates on there. Some of those decks I think I've shown here, and some of them are updated completely. So first of all, one of the decks that I'm currently working on, it's this one here. This is the Bernadin Suzzane from 1839. Now there's been some confusion in the past about this particular deck. Some people think that it's, and I thought so too, that it was made by a cartier called Suzanne. But actually it's Bernadine, as in Bernie, not Susie. But it's a beautiful deck it's a Tarot Damasse deck. And let me show you some of the cards. Now I just printed this off on my home printer, so some of the colors not so good. So this is the Two of Coins. It's the Bernadin Suzzane. It's a beautiful deck. It's a very simple deck, very elegant, but it seems to copy all the traditional things that a Tarot Damasse should have. This is the Magician card. Sorry about that, it's from my printer. It doesn't seem to handle this cardstock too well, but in case you are interested, there isn't actually a coin in there, but for some reason it didn't print it out correctly. So I'll just do a quick walkthrough of some of these cards. For the card backs, I decided to do something like this. It looks like tie-dyed, but it's not. It's actually more of, it's supposed to be oil paper. The original deck had a blue and white kind of oil back. But I decided to add some color just to make it more interesting. Continue on with these cards. And at the moment I have the Major Arcana and quite a few of the Minor Arcana. I'm still working on it. It's still a work in progress, but it'll get there. These things take time. And also I have quite a few projects on the go. So when I get bored or frustrated of the one, I just move on to another one. I'll just go through these quickly. Now I really like this deck. Like I said, the styling is very simple. It's very basic. The original deck had very light pastel colors. I don't know if that's just the color palette that they chose, or whether they had diluted their inks too much and became a little bit too pastel. But it's a beautiful deck. Hoping to finish it in the next couple months. Okay, so that's the Bernadin Suzzane. Often confused with being a Suzanne Bernadine, but it was a guy. And of course the last is the Fool card. And basically it's how it looks without the colors. Some of the test prints that I did. Looks like a guitar pick, but it's not. It's a mistake I made. Some of the prints that I did. Here you can see more accurately what it should look like. There isn't any coin in there at all, which is kind of strange. So that's the Bernadin Suzzane, one of the projects that I'm working on. So that's some of the test prints that I have done. And then another deck that I was working on. This is the Bernard Schaer deck. So this is the facsimile, what it looks like. And this is some of the work that I've done. This is paper I just printed off, tested. So it's really beautiful colors. This is a Swiss-German deck, and it's one of these decks, the JJ, with the Juno and Jupiter. I'm not really familiar with Juno and Jupiter in a tarot deck, so I made some improvisations on it. I found another deck that was from the same region and the same time frame, so I adapted it to make the traditional papes, basically replacing what they had replaced. That's the Bernadin Schaer, and I'll just go through it. I won't take up much of your time. I don't think they're in any particular order. Okay, here's the Juno. And then using that other deck from the same period, I made the Pope card, which I kind of think looks better, to be honest. I don't know, I'm kind of a traditionalist. I kind of prefer these to these. It's just a personal thing. I'll include both of them, but anyway, I'll continue through. This deck has got really beautiful faces. So cute. And it's the BS, Bernadin Schaer, is Swiss German. And this one I've done quite a few of the cards, all the major arcana, and quite a few of the minor arcana. Just for your information, like some of these spots here, it's because it's just a test print. I just quickly colored it just to test it out and see how it comes out. I really like this deck. It's so cute. The Death card's got a really funny face. And this Devil card. I love those hairy legs. The Star card looks really gorgeous. I really like the way it came out. The Moon card, another beauty. This is just one of the decks that I'm working on. I have quite a few coming up. These ones I haven't done any test prints for. I mean, with the printing company. This word card is kind of cute. Her legs. Don't know what happened there. And the Fool. So that is the Bernadin Schaer deck. Another deck I was working on, I've mostly finished it now, and it's the Mitelli deck. So I'll just run through some. I haven't shown these on here. These are just test prints, so just bear with me. Now, Giuseppe Mitelli was an Italian artist, I think in the 1500s. He had made a few, this is actually a Tarocchino deck, but I had made some of the cards to replace it. Basically for the Tarocchino, it has the 22 major arcana, the ace cards, and then it has cards, I believe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus the court cards. So I made, for each of the suits, I made the 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which I don't think I have in this collection here. But this is what the Mitelli looks like. Such a beautiful deck. Mitelli was a really, really incredible artist. He was an engraver, and his works are stunning. If you just go online and search for Mitelli, his artwork is incredible. That's the Fool, Fortuna, Strength. I like how they use Atlas for the world, and then I think it's the Pope. So that's another deck that I've been working on. One other deck that I'm currently working on, it's going to take some time, This is the Pierre Madenie deck, and this is the third time I'm doing this deck, and I'm happy with the results so far. I'll just go through quickly, show you what it looks like. These I haven't printed out with the printer yet. I'm still working on it. The Pope. And the Fool. And then one other deck that I'm working on that I haven't printed out again. This is the another Italian deck. I was getting into the Italian decks at that stage. This is really beautiful. Now I'm almost finished with this one, and I don't have all the cards. Apologies for the coloration here. My printer doesn't really handle this kind of art paper so well, but you can get the idea of what it looks like. This is a stunning deck. And that's it. And then in the coming up, I have some, as I mentioned earlier, I have some decks coming in that I have printed off with the print-on-demand printer. So the decks that I have coming up there is going to be a Claude Baudel deck, which is, I haven't shown on this channel before. It's a new coloration. I have the Mitelli deck, but printed out properly with a proper printer. And then I have a Paul Marteau deck from 1930 that I worked on. Then I have a Pierre Madenie deck, which is another version of this, an earlier version that's coming up. And then also I have a Pierre Madenie playing card deck. Now, these tarot card makers, they mostly made playing cards. And some researcher was very kind enough to send me links to Pierre Madenie's playing cards. It's not a complete deck, so I had to make some other cards for it, again using another deck from a similar time. Then I have another playing card deck called the Genevieve, and it's basically a contemporary of Pierre Madenie. The same style, same area that it came from. Some other decks I have, which I don't think I've shown here. I have a Nicholas Conver 1760, another Nicholas Conver 1880 print, the Viville, which I think I've shown here. Yeah, I have. Noblet, which I redid, and then another playing card deck is from Paris, Tears deck. Anyway, when those come through, I will show them, and you can have a look at them. Anyway, it's all a work in progress. Everything is a work in progress. And I just want to say thank you very much for watching. And please subscribe if you haven't. And I'll be showing some more videos in the near future. So thank you so much and have a great day.